was cutting logs a couple years ago. I had a half a dozen or so logs that were rejected and never hauled to the mill. My dad used to call them culls. Well, I'm gonna go skid those culls today, and that way I can put them on my own sawmill and make something out of them before they rot out in the woods. So here we go. I got a pile of wood waiting patiently there for me to cut it up into firewood. I'd kind of like to get these oak logs on the sawmill before the snow flies too. There's some pretty nice logs there. I should be able to get some pretty decent oak lumber out of these. I cut them in the winter, so they should look pretty nice on the inside. Not much checking or anything. Washed out culvert down below. I need to get this one dragged down there and replace that old one. One of these days, if I live long enough.
Don't forget to subscribe. Thumbs up, baby.
There's an old 1974 Subaru DL that my brother accidentally ran over with the bulldozer a few times. Whoop-de-doo for my Subaru. Sure is a pretty day in the woods today. Doesn't get much better than this. Well, I got the cruise control set. Let me see if I can get up here and get this camera set up top. Get some dynamic shots. Better check this roof cable tension while I'm at it. Oh yeah, looks good. Well, that ought to do her for now. Let me get back down here. First log that I'm going after is a hard maple. When I cut the log, I noticed in the end grain that it was stained quite a bit. Had some spalting. Looked like the mill wouldn't pay much, if anything, for this log, so I decided to just leave it where it was, and I'd come back later and put it on my own sawmill, and maybe I can get some decent spalted maple out of it. We'll see. So I'm gonna go grab it and drag it up. A few little obstacles on the way going in here. Nothing the old International S7B can't handle. Getting close to where that maple log is. It's got to go down this little slope and up and over the next hill, and it's right there on the following hill. Well, there it is, on top of that little hill over there, kind of hiding in the weeds. That spalted maple log. Just need to get this baby turned around and hook it up so I can drag it out of here. Gotta set the brakes, get the winch set up so it'll pull. It's gotta be forward in the reverser, one of the forward gears, transfer case in neutral, and release the brake on the winch. Now I just gotta pull this cable out, get her hooked up, and away we go. So I'm trying to pull the winch cable out and it's stuck. It don't want to come out. That's as far as she goes, stuck right there. See what's going on the winch here. Well, it looks like the cable got pinched inside the spool. There ain't no way I'm pulling that out of there. Not by hand, anyway. So I decided to hook it on that stump off to the left. I'll hook the choker onto the stump and pull the cable out using the force of the International S7B. That's the fastest and easiest way I've found to straighten out these tangled up cables. Back up a little closer to the stump. That ought to do it. Get out here and hook this baby up. Nice and close because the cable doesn't want to come out very far, so looks like I got enough to hook it up. There we go. Just got to drive the skidder ahead, pull the cable out, be good to go. Okay. And there comes the cable. Pulls out of there like nothing. Probably would have taken hours to pry it out of there with crowbars. But hooking it up to the stump pulls it out like nothing. Piece of cake. Maybe I can hook up this log and get a move on. Try this again. Got my chokers. Choker hooked up. Down and ready to transport. Well, there goes my top camera. Collateral damage. So my plan is to skid this one log out and drop it next to the main trail. Then I need to go deeper into the woods and pick up the rest of the logs. And then on my way out, I'll pick up this one first log and take it out with the rest of the logs. That's my plan. So we'll see how it goes. Here we go, coming up on the main trail. I'm going to drop this log right here, unhook it, and I'll come back later for it. Pick it up with the rest of the logs. So deeper into the woods we go. Well, there's the rest of those culls coming up on the right. I think they were all hard maple if I remember right. Get this baby turned around. Hooked up. So I'm looking at the logs, and they're pretty tight on the ground. I didn't think to bring a cant hook with me to be able to roll these logs, and they're pretty tight against the ground, pretty tight against each other. Don't really have any gaps to slip the chokers into. I think what I'm going to do is give them a little push with the skitter. You reel this cable in, and I'm going to give these logs a little push with the skitter to see if I can open them up a little bit so I can get the chokers on them. Should have noticed that right away, but I guess I'm slipping. Poke. Alright, let me see what that'll do. I think it looks a little bit better now. I should be able to get them in there. Piece of cake. Plenty of room to get them chokers in there now. Beautiful. Got them all hooked up. Just got to winch them up now. Come on, fellas, time to go. You've been waiting around long enough. There we go. Beautiful. All right, back on the move. this stuff. Never gets old. Well, here we go, coming up on log number 1 that I dropped earlier. Just gonna rehook onto this baby, drag it in with the rest of them. Save myself one choker for this one. Just get it slipped underneath there. So I don't know if you noticed, but I forgot to bring my gloves, which is kind of risky when you're touching these steel cables. You could shred your hands pretty quick on these steel cables if you're not careful. Just to always wear gloves. There we go. Beautiful. pushed up into the pile. Well, I'm going to call that a wrap. Mike, Charlie. Now all I need to do is get my sawmill out here and cut them up.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe. Thumbs up, baby.